Here in this video, we're going to be talking about the Knaster Inheritance Procedure. Inheritance, we all know what that means. That's like when somebody passes away and we need to give away their house and their car and their items. So we use this when we're dividing goods or items, not just dollars. Obviously, unfortunately, if we have a death in the family and they have a certain amount of money, everybody gets an equal share. But how do we do that with a house? So this really only works if we have large amounts of cash available. So here's how this works. We have an item up for bids here. Abe, Barb, Carl, and Dave, they've inherited a house. And so what we want to do is we want to figure out how much should one of them pay for the house. Not everyone feels like the house is worth the same amount. So what they're going to do is they're going to bid on it. And what happens is the winning bid is going to get the house. Carl's bid was $220,000. And what's going to happen is, if you can imagine, Carl's going to take his $220,000 and throw it into a pot of money. It's just a giant pot in the middle of the table. This pot is called the kitty. We see that here. Anyone who did not win doesn't put anything into the kitty. The winning bid puts $220,000 in. And I'm going to add up how much money's in the kitty. There's $220,000 in the kitty. And so what's going to happen is, based on what everyone thinks the house is worth, they're going to pull that money out. The next thing we're going to look at is the fair share. The fair share is this depends on how much they think the item is worth. For example, Abe thinks the house is worth $200,000. Barb thinks the house is worth $190,000. So Abe is going to get more money because he values the house more. So the way we get the fair share, it's 1 divided by number of bidders. So in this case, that's 1/4 times their bid. 1/4 times their bid. So what does that look like in this case? 1/4 times 200,000. That comes out to $50,000. 1/4 times $190,000. That's $47,500. 1/4 $220,000. That's $55,000. And Dave is $53,750. So essentially, we have our pot of money with $220,000 into it. Abe reaches in, pulls out $50,000, puts it in his pocket. Barb pulls out $47,500, puts it in her pocket. Carl pulls out $55,000, puts it in his pocket. Dave pulls out $53,750, puts it in his pocket. When I add all that up, that whole thing, that adds up to $206,520. Take a look at that. What do you notice? It means if I started with $220,000 and they took out $206,000, there's money left over. So in this case, what we're going to do is we're going to subtract these two lines, and we find that there's $13,750 left over. So in our kitty, in the pot of money in the center of the table, there's $13,750 left in it. And what we do is we divide that evenly among everyone. So there's 4 bidders. We'll divide it by 4. That comes out to $3,437.50 for everybody. And that's because, just to show you here what I did, that was 13,750 divided by 4, because there's 4 bidders. There's 4 people involved. So what this means is, with the $13,750 left on the table, everybody puts $3,437.50 in their pocket. There's now no more money left on the table. So our goal here is now to see how much money did everybody get. Well, Abe put $50,000 in his pocket, and he put $3,437.50 in his pocket, which means he gets paid $50,000 or $53,437.50. Barb put $47,500 in her pocket, plus another $3,437.50, which means she walks home with $50,937.50. I'm going to skip Carl for a second because he won the house. He's a little different. Dave walked home with $53,750 plus $3,437.50. So ultimately he gets $57,187.50. Now Carl's a little different. He got the house, first of all. And let's see, he put in his pocket $55,000 and another $3,437.50. But remember, one thing different about Carl is he put money into the kitty. He started by putting $220,000. He took $220,000 out of his pocket and put it into the kitty. So it's going to be minus $220,000. And what this does is it comes out to a negative number. When it comes out to a negative number, that means he doesn't get money. That means he pays money. So he's going to pay, comes out to $161,562.50. And again, he's paying that because when I add up, it ends up being a negative number. He paid money. He didn't get paid. So the shortcut for this is it's always the fair share plus the extra minus the contribution to the kitty. If you get a positive number, it means you got paid. If you get a negative number, it means you paid. But you can't be too mad because you also got the house. So essentially you paid $161,000 for a house, which is less than $220,000 that he thought he was going to have to pay. So everybody gets a little bit of money. He gets the house. Let's do another one. So in this case, they've inherited a boat. And so the winning bid for the boat is Willie right here with $32,000. So nobody else has to put any money into the kitty except for the winning bid. So total money in my kitty is $32,000. The fair share, remember, is 1 divided by number of bidders. So in this case, it's 5 times bid. So 1/5 times 25,000. That comes out to $5,000. Willie gets 6,400. Xavier gets 5,800. Yvette gets 6,000. Zach gets 5,400. Remember, it's 1/5 times their bid. So we started with Willie throwing $32,000 onto the table. Vern puts 5,000 in his pocket. Willie puts 6,400 in his pocket. Xavier puts 5,800, so on and so forth. And that comes out to $28,600, which means there's money left over in the kitty. There's still $33,400 left on the table. Again, we get that by subtracting those two columns. And so what we're going to do with that is we're going to divide it by 5 because there's 5 bidders, which comes out to $680 for everybody. So everyone puts $680 more in their pocket. Now there's no more money on the table. So let's see how everybody did. Vern walked away with $5,680. He put $5,000 in his pocket and then he put $680. We'll skip Willie for a second. Xavier walked away with $6,480. Yvette walked away with $6,680. And Zach gets $6,080. Again, they get their fair share, put that money in their pocket, then the extra, they put that money in their pocket. Willie, if we look at what he got, it looks like he got $7,080 by adding these two columns up. But remember, we need to subtract his contribution to the kitty. He started out by losing $32,000, and then he just gets a little bit of it back. So he gets the boat, but he ultimately pays $24,920 for it. Now, one way to check your math, we think of pays, that's money lost, so that's a negative number. If I do 5680 minus, because that's a negative number, 24,920, the rest are positive numbers, plus 6480, plus 6680, plus 6,080. If I add all of this up on the bottom here, that should add up to 0. It should always add up to 0 when you're done. Same thing in this one. If I added 53,000, if I added all these numbers, except the 161, I made that a minus because that was money paid, not money accepted. This would add up to 0. Okay, let's make this one step harder, and we'll do 3 examples of this. Now, instead of one item up for bids, there's 2 or more. So we have Mickey Mouse, 2 items from the Mickey Mouse Club up for bids. So the total column right here, this is the total amount that they bid in over all of the items. So in total, Mickey bid $720, 360 plus 360. Mickey bid $750, and Pluto bid $450. How much did they put into the kitty? Well, if I look just at the clubhouse bid, Mickey won that, $360, meaning Pluto bid less. The handy helpers, Minnie won that. Which means when it comes time to put money into the kitty, Mickey put in 360, Minnie put in 480, Pluto didn't win anything. So he puts in nothing. Now the fair share refers to the total, not to any individual item. The reason why we didn't do the total here is because there's only one item. Whatever the bid is, that was the total. Yvette only bid $30,000 overall because there's only one item. Here they're bidding more because there's more than one item. So when I do the fair share, it's going to be 1 over number of bidders, so 1/3 times the total. So 1/3 times 720 is 240. 1/3 times 750. Here, I'll write that out. 1/3 times 720. That is 240. 1/3 times 750. That is 250. And 1/3 times 450. That is $150. So our contributions to the kitty with both items combined is $840. After everybody puts their fair share back in their own pockets, we took $640 out, which means there is $200 left over. We divide that by 3 because there's 3 people bidding, which means everyone gets an extra $66.67. And I know we might be a penny off by rounding, but that's okay. So in the end, Mickey ends up getting the clubhouse. Remember, it's fair share plus extra minus their contribution to their kitty. The fair share and extra is money they put in their pocket, kitty money they take out of their pocket. In Mickey's case, it comes out to a negative number, which means he gets the clubhouse, but he ultimately pays $53.33. Minnie, also a negative number. She did $66.67 plus $250. That's money she put in her pocket, but minus $480 because she put that money into the kitty. So she gets handy helpers. But she ultimately pays $163.33. Finally, Pluto, he didn't put any money into the kitty, so he didn't lose anything. He just pockets $150 and pockets another $66. So he gets $216.67. Okay, let's do another one. First thing we do is find the winning bids. In this case, Ron won the mansion, highest bid there. Ginny won the car. And Hermione won the boat. We have a Harry Potter themed one here, I guess. So what we do is we total up the bids. Hermione bid a total of $530,000. Ron bid a total of $564,000. Ginny bid $590,000. And Harry bid $460,000. So how much did they contribute to the kitty? Hermione contributed $30,000, her winning bid. Ron contributed $500,000, his winning bid. Ginny contributed $90,000, and Harry didn't contribute anything because he didn't win anything. So how much money's in the kitty right now? There's $620,000 by adding all that up. So for the fair share, there's 4 bidders. So 1/4, 1/4, times their total bid. So 1/4 times 530, that's 132,500. 1/4 times 564, that's 141,000. 1/4 times 590,000, that's 147,500. And 1/4 times 460,000, that's 115,000. Which means we have pulled out of the kitty $536,000. Which means there's a surplus left over of $84,000. We'll divide that evenly among everyone. So 84,000 divided by 4 means everyone gets an additional $21,000. So in the end, Hermione, she put 132,500 in one pocket. She put 21,000 in the other pocket. But she only put 30,000 into the kitty. She didn't put all that much in, which means she gets the boat. And she still came out positive on the money side because her contribution to the kitty was less than the money she put in her pocket. So she also gets $123,500. Ron, on the other hand, he gets the mansion, but he ends up paying $338,000. Negative 500,000 plus 141,000 plus 21,000 comes out to negative 338,000, which means he paid. This one, negative 90,000 plus 147,500 plus 21,000. That's still going to come out to a positive number. So he gets the car, but also gets $78,500. Now, Harry didn't win any items, but that means he didn't put any money in the kitty. So he ultimately gets $136,000 because he didn't have to minus anything because he didn't put anything in the kitty. Hit one more. First, we find the winning bids. Adrena won the house. Izzy won the boat. Izzy also won the car. And Oscar won the motorcycle. So the total, remember, we're adding up their total bid, 240,000 plus 85,000 plus 25,000 plus 15,000, all that up to $360,000. This guy also adds up to $360,000. Izzy adds up to $350,000. And Oscar adds up to $315,000. So how much did they each contribute into the kitty? Ash didn't win anything. She doesn't contribute anything. Adrena contributes $250,000. Izzy contributed $1,000 plus another $32,000 because she won 2 items. So she contributes $132,000. And then $20,000 here. So obviously Adrena put in a lot more money than anybody else. So there is $402,000 on the table here in the kitty. To get the fair share, how many bidders do I see? I see 4 bidders: Ashley, Adrena, Izzy, and Oscar. 4 people. The fact there's 4 items is just a coincidence. Total coincidence. Don't go off that. Remember, it's always the number of people. So 4 people means I'll do 1/4. So 1/4 of 360,000 is 90,000. 1/4 of 360,000 is 90,000 again. 87,500 and 78,750. Remember, it's 1/4 of their total bid. So everyone puts their fair share into their pocket. They take it out of the kitty, and they keep that. It's theirs to keep. That's $346,250 gone out of the kitty, which means there is left over $55,750. We'll divide that. We'll divide that evenly among all 4 of them, which means everyone gets an additional $13,937.50. So how do we find out how much everybody made or lost? Ashley, we add up her 90,000 plus her $13,937.50. She gets 103,000. Sorry. She gets $103,937.50. Adrena, she gets the house. But if I take the 90,000 she put in her pocket, the 13,000-ish she put in her pocket, plus the 250,000 she gave to everybody, the pile of money, means she lost or pays. She pays $146,062.50. Now let's look over at Izzy. Over here. Let's see. Izzy paid $132,000, pocketed $87,500, and pocketed $13,937.50. Also won the boat and the car, so gets the boat and the car. Ultimately, her number came out to a negative number, about negative $30,000, which means she pays $30,562.50. Oscar, he won the motorcycle. So then we have $78,000, $13,937.50. That's both what he put in his pocket. but he also contributed $20,000. That's still a positive number, which means he also gets $72,687.50. How come sometimes they get an item and they still get paid? You would think if you got an item, that means you paid something, right? Well, the item he paid for, $20,000, was way less than the house that that Adrena paid for. So the fact that his contribution to the kitty was so much less than this means that it's still possible for him to come away with money because the items are worth such different values. Just to give a wildly crazy example, if I said I'm going to auction off a spaceship and I'm going to auction off a box of Oreos, probably, the person who gets the spaceship is going to be minus a lot. The person who gets the Oreos, they're going to be minus. They're still going to put some money in, but they're still going to take a lot of it. They're still going to make a lot more. So that's Knaster Inheritance. I went through this pretty quickly. Make sure you know how to do the actual calculations. I kind of did them for you, but make sure you know where all those calculations came from.